who's that? His kids, he's back, flexing, I do that, ayy.
What is going on, guys? It's your boy Cudi. We have a brand new video, and you see by the title of the video, guys, welcome to part 2 of pretty much how to edit like Flea. This was another highly requested tutorial, obviously, because the last one did really well, which I am really super thankful for. So this time around, I asked for 2,000 likes and we got it like instantly. So I'm gonna challenge you guys, if we can get 5,000 likes on this video, I'll continue doing this series. Today we'll be continuing where we last left off at, which will be doing the effects for the montage itself. I won't be covering how you can make your cinematics just like Flea does, so if you guys want me to, it's got to be 5,000 likes and it will be on the next tutorial. But today I'll show you guys what to do for your effects. This tutorial won't be as long as the first one because we'll just be doing the effects. I'll break down what you're doing, and yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's go straight into it. So if you guys can, go ahead and open up After Effects. Once you guys do open After Effects, you will obviously be where we last left off at, which we have the kill here, we had the cinematic here, and then that's pretty much it. So at this point, all we're gonna do is just add the shake effects, and we're gonna add a color correction to really make this look like a Flea type of edit. At this point, we have the syncing done. We just have to create the effects to kind of mimic that, okay? So when it comes to creating the effects on your computer, it may take a big toll because After Effects eats up your memory like crazy. So if you don't have a decent, good, like at least somewhat good computer, it will render slow, and that's completely fine. This will be a hard part, but as long as you follow the steps that I do and you export your video, you will be fine. So let's not waste any time and let's go straight into it. So let's click on layer, new adjustment layer to start off. This will create pretty much what an adjustment layer is where your shake or your color correction will be, or your quote-unquote filter is what you guys might say it or might know it as. So let's go ahead and rename this to shake. Now remember those plugins that I told you guys needed last tutorial? Well, you guys are gonna use those plugins right now. So let's go ahead and grab this shake button right here, or this shake layer. We're gonna drag it all the way down before the black bars so it doesn't affect the black bars. Let's go to the effects and presets tab and look up s_shake. Now you will need the Sapphire plugins for this portion, guys, so please make sure you guys have the Sapphire plugins. Make sure you guys download those. I'm sure you guys can get those free somewhere on YouTube, so go ahead and download that and make sure you have that installed within After Effects so you can follow this complete tutorial. Let's go ahead and grab this bad boy, drag it over to the adjustment layer, and once we do that, we will have our shake. Now if you play the video itself like this, the shake is going to keep going like crazy. You can already see it's already mimicking, it's already messing with the video. So usually what I do right off the bat is I want to add shake to the point in time where he gets the kill, which is right around here, which is where we like last left off at. And we're going to go ahead and keyframe the amplitude at 1.0, which is fine. So we're going to go ahead and keyframe that by clicking on the stopwatch there. Press U on your keyboard. So that's where I want the beginning of the shake to begin. And then I want it to end like roughly around here, a couple frames over, maybe like 10 frames or so. I'm gonna do exactly as I do, guys. So amplitude 1.0, let's put that to 0. And same thing, just like last time, we're gonna go to the first keyframe, go back once, and then put the amplitude to 0, so that there's not consistently crazy amount of shake throughout the whole entire edit. You know what I mean? We just want shake when he gets the kill. Obviously, it's such a staple in the editing community. So we add our shake there. Now what I want you guys to do for your settings, I want you to enable motion blur here. You can see this check mark. Click on that. That's going to create the motion. You can see already a little bit of shake creates that motion blur. It looks really nice. For our X shake, click on this drop down for the X shake and the Y shake. What I want you guys to do is put the X shake at 192, which is already by itself, and then we're going to go ahead and put the X random frequency, which is right here, to 2 instead of 1. Previously I had it at 1. It was not looking too good when it came to the shake, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Just literally put everything else at 1. So you can see here 1. This is a really simple shake that you could use. I use this all the time. So that's all you have to do for your shake. So at that point, if we just kind of get a preview real quick on how this looks.
He's back on flexing, he's back on flexing, he's back on flexing, he's back on flexing, he's back on.
Okay, so that doesn't look too bad right now, but if you do notice, this screen keeps going to the left too much, and so what we're missing at this point, we just got to add a screen pump. The screen pump will help it out from being moved around like that too much where it's noticeable. So what we will be doing is adding another adjustment layer. So click on layer, new adjustment layer. And I guess this is a quote-unquote another effect. It's called a screen pump or a pan crop. It's when the screen like zooms in a little bit and it starts fading out slowly. You see that in every single montage, and Flea does this as well too. So we have our adjustment layer. Let's rename that to SC for screen pump in short. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the effects and presets tab, look up transform. And then we're going to go ahead and drag it. You can see it's right here, distort, the first one from After Effects. We're going to go ahead and drag that bad boy over to the first adjustment layer, obviously. Now, what we're going to do is, you can see here on the transform since we have position, anchor point, and scale. What we're going to do is go to the point in time where he shoots, which is right around here. We're going to scale this up to, I don't know, let's go like 115. And then we're going to keyframe that right on the kill. Go one step behind, put it back to 100. And then let's go ahead and leave like that. Let's press U on our keyboard to see this, how this looks like. We're going to copy this 2 keyframes by highlighting all of it. Put Control C, go to the end of the clip, Control V. And if you can see on the screen, if we watch it now, how it looks like when it comes to the screen pump.
He's back on flexing on. He's back on flexing on.
Doesn't look too bad. What I'm going to go ahead and do is drag out this keyframe a little bit more, and I think that's good enough. At this point, what we have so far is we have the screen pump and we have the shake. All we're missing is some glow and at least a color correction. So let's go ahead and add a color correction real quick, which will be also known as your filter, as what you guys might call it. So let's click on layer. And Flea is iconic for purple type of vibes, just like me. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add a film. This is when you will be needing the Magic Bullet Looks Color Suit plugin that I mentioned earlier. So make sure you guys have that one as well. We're gonna click on film, look up film, and you can see just so many plugins that I have, and mine's is going to be somewhere around here. As you can see, RG Magic Bullet Look, film. We're gonna go ahead and drag that bad boy over to the new adjustment layer, and it will take a moment to load just because my computer is trying its best to not fry itself here. We're gonna click on rename, and then we're gonna put it to CC for color correction in short. And as you can see, it's already applying its own preset. Now, I already have a custom-made preset for this complete tutorial, so I'm gonna show you guys how I made it real quick, okay? So you can see a couple things here. Don't worry, you'll be lost. It's fine. I'm gonna show you guys what to do. So what you guys wanna do is for the negative stock, click on this, and I want you guys to find Kodak 5207 Vision 3 250D, which is the one right above it. For the print stock, we're gonna go ahead and put this to Fujifilm, and I believe it's 3510. So we click on that bad boy. Color temperature will stay the same there. The tint, I believe, will be at 18. So go ahead and click on that and click 18. Click enter. You can see it's already getting that purple bit there, little purple vibe there, as you can see it. Everything else will remain at 100 or 0. So keep this all the same. The grain, you can put that at 10. That's completely fine. Adds a little bit of grain there. The strength of this will be at 42. The reason why it will be at 42 is because we're going to go ahead and add more purple to this personally. So that is the first step in creating your color correction. Film is really good for creating color corrections too. Vibrance will be the next thing that we're going to switch up in the effects and presets tab. We're going to make sure we're going to add some vibrance to this color correction because that is iconic as heck. So let's go ahead and grab this. It's right here, color correction. Drag it on here. So for the vibrance itself is going to be 38. As you can see, create some vibrance. And the saturation will be at 10. And you can see already, without vibrance, with vibrance, it's just making those colors pop out more, which is normal for Fortnite. It's a good look for Fortnite, so we're going to go ahead and do that. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to add a glow. And glow is a normal preset thing that you can find or effect within After Effects. For my glow, I will be using a different one by Ignite. Ignite is also another plugin that you guys may have to use to follow the tutorial completely. Completely forgot to mention that, so forgive me. But try to mimic the same thing that I'm doing within After Effects and its glow settings. You can look this up online as well on how to get Ignite as well, which is a plugin. Now I'm going to go ahead and drag in glow. You can see 3 options here, okay? Option 1, the intensity, we'll just put that at 0.9, which is fine. The threshold and radius. The threshold is going to be at 54. The radius will be at 104. The blend mode, it's going to say at screen. We're going to go and click on advanced. And then we will see multiple colors to use here. We're going to go and click on use A and B colors because it's the colors that we want to use. Color B can stay at black. Color A though, if we click on it, this will pop up. Let's put it at the bright pink purple. Love that color. And there you go. So now, as you can see in the background, we have some purple. And if we look at the clip itself, we have purple everywhere. With vibrance, a little bit of vibrance, film, vibrance. We may want, if we want to, you could add more vibrance if you like. You could the ante on it. And at this point, these are just personal things that I always add. S_flicker. You guys don't have to necessarily add this, but I always do on all of my montages. So amplitude gives that kind of that flicker effect that you see in a lot of montages. Put that 0.05. And then we're gonna go ahead and add some curves right up here in the beginning. Click on right here and this right here. I'm gonna drag this one down to create some little bit darker colors there. And we can bring up this one to bring up the brightness a little bit. Just give it like a little bit of S right there, which isn't too bad. And then finally, sharpen. So that it may sharpen the video and make it look super gorgeous. And we're gonna add that towards the very bottom of the effects, which you cannot see because I have my webcam in the way. But you will see sharpen amount. Click on that and put it to 20. And by then, you should have a complete, gorgeous looking color correction. Purpley everything as well. If you want to have the vibrance, that's fine. Let's turn it up all the way. I don't recommend it though. I would just leave it at the preset 38. All we're missing at this point is we're gonna add some glow when it comes to the kills. The final stretch here, guys, what we're gonna do is quick layer, new adjustment layer, and then we're gonna rename this to exposure. I'm gonna go ahead and put that to the very bottom as well. I'm gonna look up exposure here. Within the effects and presets tab, we're gonna drag the color correction exposure there. It's within After Effects, which is really nice. And we'll put the exposure, let's just go like, I don't know, maybe 2. Yeah, maybe we'll do 2. So we'll put the exposure at 2. We'll start out from where he gets the kill, which is right here. We'll keyframe it as well, just like we've been doing this entire time. Click U on your keyboard to see where the keyframe's at. Gonna go a little bit, couple frames like right around here maybe. And then we're gonna go to put it back to 0. Or else your video will be really bright, which you don't want. And same thing, go 1 frame before and put to 0 as well. Or else your whole clip will be bright throughout the whole entire thing. That's the whole purpose of us adding these keyframes here, guys, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That is pretty much it on how to make this edit look really clean and smooth, just like Flea.
He's flexing on his kids. He's back on 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 flexing on his kids.
Doesn't look too bad, not too shabby for our first try. Usually when it comes to editing, guys, you guys take your time and really just have fun with it. Obviously, personally for me, I think the shade needs to be improved on and add a little bit more glow towards it. But in reality, that's pretty much it when it comes to the effects. All we're missing at this point now is just doing our sound effects and finishing up on making the cinematic.